Hello, welcome to another episode of Halftime TV viewers and subscribers. Thanks for joining us on this Wednesday afternoon. I hope your week is going well. We're elated that you've opted to tune into Halftime TV this evening. All right, so big shout out to everyone who's on the channel. Big shout out to everyone in the chat as well. Remember, smash the like button if you like the content. If you have any suggestions or any concerns, please share those in the comment section, as we oftentimes try our best to get to each and every one of them. All right, our sponsors, Quicklink Shipping. Anything you need shipped into the island, Quicklink Shipping has you covered. So you can check them out. Your Amazon, your eBay, your Shein, order your stuff through Quicklink Shipping, and they'll get it to your doorsteps. Okay, so check them out. Top notch. Big up yourself. Big up yourself, top notch. Everyone in the comment section, big up on yourself. Halftime TV, well over 16,000 subscribers. Now, the next stop is 20,000. So let's work together to get there. We're doing some football content now. On the weekend, we have the Caribbean Games that we'll be live streaming for. And then in a couple of weeks' time, the Diamond League, we have some continental tours. We have the World Cup qualifiers coming up in early June. We have Copa America as well. So many big sporting events to come. And we want to ensure that we have you covered throughout everything. All right. So I think I've done the housekeeping bit already. So let's get to the matter at hand now. So Leon Bailey, I think his interview went viral for a lot of the wrong reasons. There were some genuine concerns there. However, we're not here to talk about the interview. I think something that's interesting that came about as a result of the interview was the fact that he said he's going to step away from international football for a minute. So we won't be seeing Leon Bailey in the next couple of months representing Jamaica. He reaffirmed his absence by stating, hey, I'll be putting on an event in June. Why would I be putting on an event if I were planning on going out to represent the Reggae Boys? So I think that's set. All right. We expect Leon Bailey to return to the national team in the foreseeable future. However, from his stance, he's taken an indefinite leave of absence. In Leon Bailey's absence, I must say, albeit with a heavy heart, the show must go on. Right? The show must go on. What that means is I don't expect the Jamaica Football Federation or the Reggae Boys to be put on pause because Leon Bailey has opted to take a break. We've seen it time and time again. Tony Cruz stepped away from international football. Germany still played. Karim Benzema, he was suspended indefinitely from international football. France went on to win the World Cup. And the list goes on and on and on. So a number of players, whether voluntarily or involuntarily, have opted to basically hang up their boots on international football. However, in all the cases that I know of, the country's football has never been placed on pause. I don't expect that to be the case with the Jamaica Football Federation. As a matter of fact, the Reggae Boys actually brushed themselves off just a couple of days after the Leon Bailey interview, and they went on to win the third place in the Nations League. So we expect the country's football to continue, and it is the case across the board. Now the question becomes, in Leon Bailey's absence, and I have the poll going. So for those who haven't voted as yet, please go on over and vote no. If you haven't voted, go over and vote. Let's see what the polls are. So far, the polls are saying Jamal Lowe, Deshane Beckford, not Jamal Lowe, Deshane Beckford, Omari Hutchinson, other. So I'm curious to hear who are the others you have in mind. So we know what the obvious choices are. We know what the obvious suggestions will be. But I want to know what are the other options that you believe Coach Halgrimsson should be considering, especially going into such a busy schedule of fixtures. Now, the Reggae Boys, they found out who the remaining group members would be in their World Cup qualifying groups. And what I'll do is I'll run through the list of games that Jamaica has upcoming, because, as I said, There's a lot of football to be played. There's a lot to be done from a national team perspective. And we are looking to go to the next World Cup. I expect the national team to qualify for the 2026 World Cup. And if we don't qualify, I think this would be a greater failure than any other than we've seen. All right, so let's go through the upcoming fixtures, at least for now, for Jamaica. And mind you, most of the football that will be played, well, all of the football that will be played from here on will be outside of club football, because the domestic leagues, they break in May. So after May, it'll be basically all international football. We have the Copa America, we have Euros, we have World Cup qualifier. We have so many international football coming up during this break from club football. So upcoming fixtures. So we have Jamaica versus Dominica Republic. That's June 6th. We have Dominica versus Jamaica, June 9th. Copa America now. So the first two that I just mentioned, those were for the World Cup qualifiers. Okay? So World Cup qualifiers, Jamaica versus Dominica, Jamaica versus Dominican Republic, June 6th and June 9th. We have Jamaica versus Mexico, June 22nd. We have Jamaica versus Ecuador, June 24th. Jamaica versus Venezuela, June 30, sorry. So June 26th, Jamaica versus Ecuador, sorry, and June 30, Jamaica versus Venezuela. Now, the remaining set of World Cup qualifying games, they will continue, or they will resume in 2025. But the Nations League, the next iteration of the Nations League, that one will start in September. So as soon as the Copa America finishes, again, this is just a group stages, so that we expect the Reggae Boys to possibly make it to the second round. So their Copa America is expected to go beyond June 30, as we have now on paper. So June 30 is just for the group stages. The Reggae Boys make it beyond the group stages, which we expect them to, then their competition will go on a little bit longer, right? So say at least the first week of July. Okay, so then you have September, where we have the Nations League starting again. So we will have the international break from club football. I think the first one is September, because club football generally starts in August, early August. So the first international break, September, and we expect that to be the Nations League, and then it will go on and it will go on. Okay, so a lot of football for Jamaica, a lot of football for the Reggae Boys, a lot of football for Coach Halgrimsson. So now the question becomes, since Leon Bailey is not available for selection, at least for now, and I know we always say hindsight is 2020, so we're not speaking in hindsight, because we're in the know, so we can only say what we think is going to happen based on the information available to us now. And the information available to us now is Leon Bailey is not available for a selection. Okay? Leon Bailey, not available for a selection. So the question now becomes, what now? What does Coach Halgrimsson do? Who should we use to replace Leon Bailey, since he isn't available for a selection? All right, so the first person we'll speak about is Jamal Lowe. And I think Jamal Lowe, he came out, he represented Jamaica against United States a couple of days ago. And I think it was not the ideal situation to give a credible assessment of Jamal Lowe and what he brings to the national team. Still very young, well, depending on what you call young, but still basically a young player in my opinion. He's been doing well with his club. He's on loan to Swansea City now. But I think Jamal Lowe, good player. But it's one of those things where we question if he is ideal in the Jamaican setup. He is owned by Bournemouth. So Bournemouth, who plays in the English Premier League, they are his actual owners. However, he's on loan, and this is his second loan stint. He was on loan to QPR last year, scored 3 goals. He's on loan Swansea this year, already scored 6 goals in 22 appearances. So Jamal Lowe, he has a ton load of experience. He's represented Jamaica on a number of occasions in the past as well. He's one of those players where on his day he can be unplayable. He's a proper player. Put it that way. He's a proper player. Has had a handful of appearances for Jamaica. Has gotten on the score sheet a couple of times as well. So Jamal Lowe, he didn't want to break his nails. All right. So Jamal Lowe is the first option that I'm going to throw out there. And the reason I'm putting it out there as the first option is because Jamal Lowe was used during this latest international break as a replacement, basically, in the squad for Leon Bailey. Playing on the same side, but I'm putting it out there to the viewers and subscribers. What are your thoughts, or what's your assessment of Jamal Lowe? Mind you, there were a number of absentees from the Jamaica squad, which meant the players who played had to basically alter their game to suit what the coach expected, to try and basically not lose that game. So a lot of the attacking progress that we would expect from players like Jamal Lowe and the others who are on the field, that energy had to be used basically defending or remaining compact to ensure that spaces weren't exploited by the US team and the Jamaican team wasn't exposed. So Jamal Lowe is the first option that I'm going to put out there, and I'm curious. Los Blancos, big up yourself. Marcos Mosea Garvey, big up yourself. So shout out to everybody in the comment section. Remember, smash the like button as soon as you hop onto the stream. And keep the votes coming in as well. Keep the votes coming in. So Jamal Lowe is the first option. Plays for Swansea City. Plays for Swansea City. No, he's on loan from Bournemouth. So that didn't. All right. So it's one of those. So again, it's based on the information. It was speculation, but as I said, there were speculations that he missed the date. People will say anything. So maybe that wasn't the case. Maybe he didn't miss a date. Maybe people were just putting information out there to basically get the fans riled up. As I said, based on information that's circulating. Okay, so top notch, saying Gray on the left, on the right, and bringing McGee to play down the middle. All right, fair. So Gray on the left. Oh, Reed on the right. Sorry. So Bobby Reed on the right. And McGee to play down the middle. Okay. Fair. All right, let's keep those comments coming in, folks. Let's hear what your thoughts are on Jamal Lowe representing or replacing Leon Bailey in the national team for the games ahead or for the upcoming fixtures. I think we can stream for maybe I think I'll keep it to 30 minutes. I think we'll keep this stream to 30 minutes. I think that should give us enough time to make a proper assessment of all three candidates that we actually have, and then we'll hear what the thoughts of our fans are, all right, or of the viewers. Remember, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Smash the like button as we were seeking to make a proper analysis or a proper assessment of the candidates who are up to replace Leon Bailey. Okay, so Jamal Lowe, he was brought in the last time around. Were we satisfied with the effort that he gave? I personally wasn't, but I think it's unfair to judge a player considering the grand scheme of things, considering everything that was happening around the squad, considering the conditions that he was brought in under. I think it wasn't ideal for him to showcase what he was about. We saw what he can do on his day. He's scored some brilliant goals, even this season so far, with his club team, Swansea. But that game against the United States, I must say, it wasn't ideal for him to showcase his strong suit. Okay? All right, so Jamal Lowe, I'll keep it to the side for now. I keep it to the side for now for Jamal Lowe. Next up, we have Deshane Beckford. So let's hear what your thoughts are on Deshane Beckford. Personally, I think he's a proper player. I've seen him represent Jamaica. I think he's had 2 caps for Jamaica. First one against Peru a couple of years ago, but there was also an unofficial game that Jamaica played. I believe it was last year. And based on his performance in that game, they decided to include him in the Nations League squad that was up to play Canada. He came to Canada with the team However, he didn't really get any minutes because just as he was warming up to be substituted, Omari Gray received a red card, which meant the coach had to reassess what his plans were. The coach had to basically reshuffle everything and go into damage control mode. So what are your thoughts on Deshane Beckford replacing Leon Bailey? I know he's a different kind of player. He plays as an inverted winger, some may say, because he prefers to be on the left side, as we see Omari Gray currently playing. But he cuts in and shoots from his right foot. I think on the right-hand side, and I understand why a lot of coaches use inverted wingers, because they give you that additional threat of scoring goals. But we also see what crosses into the box can do, because Bobby Reid, having put the ball at the back post, Greg Lay was able to get his head on it. And in addition to that, a lot of these players who are playing for Jamaica, they can actually use both feet, as we saw with Mbikisa, the right back, who basically put it on his left foot and he tucked it into the top corner. So Deshane Beckford, putting him on the right, a little bit of a different dynamic, because now we will have a out and out, if he plays on the right, an out and out winger dribbling all the way to the byline and getting crosses in, using his blistering pace. We saw him with Harbourview. We saw him in the USL as well. And we've seen him for Jamaica. Blistering pace, as I said, that would annoy any defender. And he's a handful on his day. Very tricky player. Can score goals as well. So let's throw it out there. Leon Bailey, replacement in the upcoming games. Deshane Beckford as an option. What are your thoughts on that, viewers? No Phoenix player should be in our team. Let's go to the comment section. Let's go to the comment section and hear what the viewers have to say. But Audrey Davis saying no Phoenix player should be in our team, as they are disruptive and bring too much drama to the program. If they don't get their way, they are prepared to burn the bridge down if they can't cross it. Okay, interesting take there from Audrey. I'll pin it as well to hear what the viewers are thinking. What's the deal with Omari Hutchinson? We don't see him as yet. He don't want to play for us. All right, I will touch on Omari Hutchinson, and I have a video coming out on Omari Hutchinson, so look out for that. Okay, Los Blancos' next window is his fate. After that, we won't ask for him again. Okay, Hutchinson claiming he's focusing on club, not according to him, but let's see. Okay, all right. Jamaican Guna. we had other. We couldn't put all the options there, and that's why we had other. So everyone else can put the options in. Everyone else can make suggestions outside those three. So those three that I listed, it doesn't narrow the options down to only them. All right. So Marcus, I think the only player we should add to the team for Copa and World Cup qualifiers are elite players, not players who've been turning down calls. All right. International football, Bailey has done anything to say. He can't be replaced. I rate him, but not at the moment. All right. So Deshane Beckford is option number 2. Option number 3 now, and I think a lot of the viewers and subscribers in the comment section in particular have been asking what's been the case with Omari Hutchinson, what's happening with him. He turned down the call to focus on his club football, all of that. All right, so just for a bit of context, folks, Omari Hutchinson is still an option for the Reggae Boys. He's already represented Jamaica. We know he can still switch allegiance to the England national team. The option Bailey is focused on club, likewise Bailey. Well, Omari Hutchinson didn't say he was taking a break from international football. Okay. Yeah. So Omari Hutchinson didn't say he was taking a break from international football. So I'll continue. So Omari Hutchinson is the next option. And if for those in the comment section who are suggesting Cephas, remember, if you check a couple of videos back, I already mentioned that I think Cephas should be in the squad at all costs. So not necessarily to be on that right flank to replace Leon Bailey, but I think he should be in the squad regardless of what the squad selection is. So not to replace Leon Bailey, but he should be in the squad point blank. So that's my take on Cephas. I think as it relates to scoring goals, we can see that probably needs a little bit more work from a finishing standpoint. But his overall play, what he gives to the national team, I think I haven't seen a lot of players do what he did in quite a while. He was tormenting the U.S. defenders for the entirety of the time that he was on the pitch. And I think based on the performance that he gave this time around, he would have earned a spot in the upcoming games by his own merit. So not as a replacement to Leon Bailey, but in and of itself. All right. So Cephas, different story. In and of itself, Cephas secured his spot based on that performance that he gave. I think a lot of players are given opportunities to represent the national team, and they don't really take it by the scruff of its neck. I think Cephas did just that. Okay, so back over to Omari Hutchinson. Okay, back up to Omari Hutchinson. I think Omari Hutchinson, he said he was focusing on his club football now. He's focusing on his club football at least until the end of the season. The situation with Omari Hutchinson, has 1 year left on his contract with Chelsea, who is his parent club now. He's currently on loan. I think, he's currently on loan in the Championship. He's doing well over the past couple of months. So there are a lot of things happening behind the scenes with Omari Hutchinson, with both his club and everything that's happening. So I think coming from Copa, I don't know as yet. We're waiting to hear. I think that's what he's focused on figuring out. I think the England FA or the England FA, Gareth Southgate and them, they'd be happy to give him an international cap. They'd be happy to say, hey, Omari Hutchinson, come play for us, just to ensure that he doesn't play for Jamaica. And that's a vibe that I've been getting from them in a minute. I think Omari Hutchinson, the video that we'll be releasing on Omari Hutchinson is it's going to be interesting. So look out for it. All right. We're going to probably keep it to maybe 10 minutes or so, but we're going to do a comprehensive assessment of Omari Hutchinson's season and how he will improve the Jamaican national team. But yeah, he's already represented Jamaica. We're expecting him to come in for the upcoming games for the World Cup qualifiers and for the Copa America. I think no, based on where he is in his season, he was basically focusing on that next move, because 1 year left on his contract. It's either he's going to have contract negotiations or he's going to have a situation where he basically decides to move to another club. There are a lot of top clubs in England who are showing interest in him. His current club that he's on loan with, they are showing interest in him. They want to basically get his signature. They have currently acquired new sponsors, and a lot of the fans are saying this is towards the Omari Hutchinson fund. All right. So basically, they're saying it's towards funding the Omari Hutchinson transfer. So we don't know what the dynamics are, but I could understand why he decided to basically turn down this call-up. And because he turned down this call-up, it doesn't necessarily mean he doesn't want to play international football. It's just that, again, there are a lot of things happening with this particular player, both with both his clubs, and he maybe wants to finish the season and then reassess what his future will be like. Okay, he's been on red hot form for his club, and the conversation with himself and Chelsea as his parent club, and the conversation with himself and Ipswich, as well as the other clubs who are showing interest in him. I think him stepping away or him coming to play international football in the midst of all of that would. I think the decision that he made to stick around and focus on finishing the season is a fair decision. And it's not a situation where he doesn't want to play for Jamaica. It's not a situation where he's opting to I'm gonna step away from football. So folks, comparing the situation with Omari Hutchinson and Leon Bailey, I don't think that's fair, because Leon Bailey actually came out and said he wanted a break from international football. So there's a big difference with wanting a break from international football and actually turning down a call. All right. And then there's Bailey Kadamartri, who received a call, as Omar Hutchinson said. They said he received a call as well from the England FA. So he could have, if he decided to stay in England, he could have actually decided to go and play for England, right? So as of now, we're going to assume that he's fully committed to the Jamaican football program, and we're going to keep him in contention for the upcoming World Cup qualifying games, and the Copa America. So Omari Hutchinson as an option to come in and replace Leon Bailey. What are our thoughts on that? What's the mindset? Proper player, real quality, silky smooth player on the ball. He can finish, he can dribble, he has all the facets of a top player, and he has pace as well. So let's hear what are our thoughts on Omari Hutchinson as a replacement for Leon Bailey, since he's opted to take a sabbatical. All right, so looking at the polls right now, we have 48% saying Omari Hutchinson, 18% saying Jamal Lowe, Deshane Beckford, 12%, and other we have 21%. So let's hear who are the others that we have. And please don't say Cephas, because I don't think I don't have Cephas in there. I have Cephas as his name is already in the squad. Okay, Cephas already in the squad, so don't use Cephas. Yeah, the wing stock and the midfield, Omari could do a job until Nelson forward. Okay. I love to see Omari and Bailey in the team after Bailey learned how to play professional. Okay. The pace is a problem. Yeah. Arsenal, I was saying he's coming. I don't remember his name. I think it's Reece Nelson. Yeah. Reece Nelson. He didn't look out of place. Trevante Stewart. Okay. Cephas look good. All right, yeah. So Ronaldo Cephas, I think he's a given. I think he should be a part of the squad going to the Copa America. He should be a part of the squad for the upcoming World Cup qualifiers. Straight off the bat. Okay, this is a harsh and deserves a chance to imagine. All right, so keep those comments coming in, viewers and subscribers. As I said, we're just going to keep this live to 30 minutes. We're going to keep this live to 30 minutes. And as we oftentimes do with our live streams or conversations on the channel, this is basically to begin the conversation, or to begin the dialogue. I'm inviting you now to continue the dialogue in the comment section. Let's hear who are the other options that you think should come in Leon Bailey's absence. Leon has stepped away. He's basically hung up his Jamaican jersey for a couple of months, we hope, at max. I hope it's not too long. All right, that's me keeping my fingers crossed and hoping he has a change of heart, a change of mind real soon. But as a plan B, we have to make the necessary arrangements to ensure that the show can go on, because the show must go on, right? Football is not placed on pause, and Jamaican football in particular is not placed on pause. Is not placed on pause because Leon Bailey decides to take a break. So who are our options, or who should be our options? Who should we be considering as Jamaican fans? Or if you had a list of names of 3 to send to Coach Halgrimsson, who would those names be that you think should be replacing Leon Bailey for the upcoming list of fixtures that we have? Let's hear it and continue with the conversation in the comment section. I won't be able to stay on the live for an hour or 2 hours as we'd love to. Maybe later on this evening we'll be able to continue on with a live stream up to maybe an hour or 2 hours. But for now, we've started the conversation, and I'm turning it over to you, the viewers and subscribers, to continue that conversation in the comment section. Who replaces Leon Bailey? Big question, big job for Coach Halgrimsson, because the spotlight will be definitely on that side of the pitch, especially having such a massive player, Jamaica's superstar, Leon Bailey, out of the squad. So whomever is coming in to replace him on that side, they will have a world of pressure on their back. Or at least that's what I think. Let's hear what you think. Until next time, remember, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Halftime TV, the most honest and objective sporting opinions. Have a wonderful rest of your day and have a wonderful rest of your week. Peace out.